All right.
Good evening, guys. Many welcome here to, first of all, the best place in Cyprus for me. It's my favorite place, especially the food, the shisha. I'm a big shisha lover. Nicotine Maxing is my name. So, tonight, I'm going to get a bit technical because what I will teach you now, what I will show you now, is the real sauce. The real game on how you can achieve 0% tax. And this is absolutely possible. Okay? So, I will speak about tax optimization for founders who want location freedom and better banking. Okay, location freedom means a lot of things actually. You can travel, you can be free, you can have a very cheap apartment here, travel the world. I mean, we're all here, very, very young people. We're all below 30. We want to travel, we want to experience life. We want to do a lot of things in our life. We want to make money. We want to do all of these things. We only have one life. So, I will show you now the real game. So, what I see most of the times, especially for new clients, is this problem. Doing real numbers and good numbers, paying 35% plus in taxes or 20, 25. And if you're with an accountant who does not know or is not experienced or does not have the knowledge and the will to learn in order for you to achieve the best case in your scenario, probably says it's complicated or I don't know. You probably feel like you want some location freedom to feel better, to travel, to experience your life. And on top of that, banks won't take you seriously because your setup is probably done wrong and you don't have the right contacts to do the things you want in Cyprus or America, Dubai, etc. And the worst of all, you have no idea who to call. Now, this is you after this. Same revenue, optimized tax, location freedom with zero risk. You have a banking that actually works. You get credit. You possibly will get funding. You will get points, especially Amex points that we will touch later on. And contacts that they say yes and they solve your problems. Okay, and the best of all is that the government that you are already set up, they never audit you simply because your setup is legit and strong. Okay, this is a big number. This is how much I saved out of all my clients after the optimization. And this is all of my clients for last year. And for this year, we are already in June, and we're very, very close to surpassing this amount. So, when we speak about taxes and when we speak about setup, these three things matter. It matters where your strategy, where your entity is strategically placed. It matters your location, where are you located personally, and your banking. The entity strategy is like, it means how your setup determines everything. And most founders get this wrong on day one. Because either they didn't get the right advice or they didn't have the right guidelines to proceed further with their strategy. Now, location is where you invoice, the VAT treatment, where you live, where you're a tax resident, where your money sits. And the rules, trust me, are simpler than you think. And the last thing is the most important, and this is what business actually means. Business means money in the bank. That's what the business is. Business is not the tax advisor, is not the lawyer, is not the trademark, is not the company. Business is money in the bank and cash. Okay, and when you optimize tax correctly, the doors open. You get your Amex, which is a very, very important banking solution. You get private banking, which means the good stuff. So I'm going to be brief on this one. It's a 60-day rule in Cyprus, which most of you will probably are interested. or will be interested, is just, first of all, is move to Cyprus. You need to be here at least 60 days in the whole year, physical presence in Cyprus for the first year, and after you complete the 60 days, you are considered to be tax resident of Cyprus, provided that you have a company here, you have a rental agreement, and you don't spend less than 6 months in another country. Okay? And as long as you are a tax resident, all of you here, well, most of you, can become non-domicile. It means that you are not originally from Cyprus and you were not in Cyprus the last 17 years. And by achieving that, you get 0% on defense tax for the next 17 years. Not only on dividends, but on foreign income, on interest and royalties. So if you have a company elsewhere and you get a dividend, you only pay 2.65% on that money. Okay? For non-doms, especially foreigners, this is extremely important and is the best regime that nobody talks about in Cyprus and especially in the EU. So, how do I see the tax optimization? This is the angle. One of the most typical scenarios that I see is that the revenue is around 2 million, and with no optimization essentially is 2 million, and which will lead to the tax paid of 740K and 1.26 million in your pocket. But with optimization, revenue is 2 million, remains the same, tax paid is much less, and you end up with more money in your pocket. So, when you optimize your structure correctly, you get, on the Amex business, you get higher limits, better terms, and actual support. I mean, Amex is the best banking, right? Who can disagree with me? And you get also private banking, which we have the contacts. You get wealth management, investment opportunities, and preferential rates. You get corporate cards, which means better terms, faster approvals, and an actual service. And why? Because bank rewards optimize structures, they are conservative. When they see that you optimize, they think these founders know what they are doing, provided that everything is well documented and very well presented. Now, when I talk about location freedom, what does actually mean? Month 2, you are completing the 60 days in Cyprus and you get your tax residency. And no other country can claim you as a tax resident because Cyprus can claim you with a tax residency certificate. And on top of that, as a chartered accountant, we can verify that the tax residency actually matters. So it's not only the government, but our credibility on top of that. And the day 61, you become a tax resident and your non-dom benefits are unlocked. And day 62, you can travel anywhere you want, provided that you got your 60 days, so it's absolutely fine, you can go anywhere you want. And the tax benefit remains the same. Even if you travel, even if you are another country below 183 days. And you unlock the benefits, which is the Amex, the private banking, the doors. And you achieve freedom. So, here is where I become very, very valuable. It all begins with a strategy call, which means I will analyze what you are building, what is the revenue, what's the situation. And then I sit with my team and we structure your plan, the timeline, positioning, and the next steps. We execute and guide you on the process. Every step of the way, I am with you. Those who work with me, they know. I'm on every call when needed, and I'm there for you because I genuinely and actually care about my people. And day 60, you're optimized, you're free, tax handle, banking improved, and location freedom unlocked. Now, I want to talk about something very, very important, which in Cyprus, unfortunately or fortunately, is a very, very big thing. Network. In Cyprus, as you all know, Cyprus goes siga siga, slow. Everything here moves slowly, which is sometimes good, but when you're in business, you want something fast. Speed. This is a word in business. Okay? This is where I come in with banker relationships, We have a contact in American Express, the bank, which means that the approvals happen faster, the terms are better, and on top of that, the tax authority. I know them very well. I'm there every day with them. I'm Cypriot, they're Cypriot, we talk every day. We know them very, very well. And with them, everything is communicated up front, so we get zero surprises, and compliance is smooth. You never feel like tax department is not fair to you, because I am there for you. Additionally, we get relocation specialists as a housing, have a lot of contacts in real estate, in visas, for example. We even go probably together to the immigration to either do your pink slip or your yellow slip. And on top of that, I am there with you. We have appointments every week due to our long-standing relationship with them, the great communication, and the collaboration with all the proper documentation that we give them in order for you to go there faster and start to enjoy the Cyprus tax benefits faster. We have also taken accounting partners, we have entity setup, banking coordinations, and the filing handled. And this is what I deliver, as I said above. Custom tax plan, 60-day timeline, banking positioning, and ROI analysis. We have the company setup. Doesn't matter if it's in the UAE or Cyprus or a US LLC or a Singapore Limited, we do everything for you. Ongoing, you get your VAT reports, your quality reviews, your annual planning, the banking optimization that you may want, and the network. The network is a very important factor that we all consider. We say network is net worth, right? So this is very, very important here in Cyprus. Now I'm going to get a little bit technical for people who are in the e-com or dropshipping or thinking to be in this type of business. Okay, I'm sure all of you even thought about it to be in the e-com or dropshipping, or you were or stopped, or you are in a stage that you're thinking. Okay, you're probably doing 1 million revenue, but you don't know what you're actually keeping, because you have the sales, you have the returns, you have a lot of expenses that you don't have clarity on. You also maybe have some multiple revenue streams, such as Amazon, Shopify, and other payment platforms, okay? But zero structure. What you get from is tax optimization, banking that actually works, location freedom, structure that scales as your revenue grows. And payment processors will never freeze. We never had any problems with Stripe or PayPal or any other payment provider, because the way we structure the companies is absolutely legit, and we never ever had issues with the payment processors. I'm sure all of you know that a friend or somebody you know had his money frozen. With us, this will never ever happen. And this is an additional example of if you're in the online agency or consulting business, you want to charge premium rates, you want to position yourself in the market as someone who has a reputation, who has status, and wants to actually do money and want to charge premium rates. And the problem is that the service business, flexible location, confused about tax residency rules. Maybe you don't know when to structure your days in each country. Maybe you have no idea when they consider you a tax resident. You have no idea if you want to charge VAT on your sales. If not, this is a very, very common example that I see every day with people. What we get is tax optimization, the non-dom status if you're not from Cyprus, and ability to serve European Union and US clients, which are very, very lucrative. USA especially. You get location freedom with the tax residency, and bank recognize you as a legitimate business owner, which means that in the future you can probably get a funding, a loan, or a business loan to even buy some real estate and make your real estate portfolio. And I have a question for you. Who in this room wants to enter the real estate game? Raise your hand up. Real estate game? You don't want to get into real estate game. which in Cyprus is amazing. Cyprus is a great, great real estate market with many, many opportunities to grow. So here in this room, Max Borer has already spoken about how to scale your business 10x without burning out. I talk about tax optimization. Thanos will mention something about relocation, wealth preservation. James about e-com, and Fabian about performance optimization. So, we are here winners. Most of us here are winners. So, this is not just a speaker event for us. I made this event, I'm the host of this event because I wanted to bring you close. Okay, I wanted you to all have business opportunities together, collaborations, partnerships, etc. So, this is an exclusive circle of people who figure out how to build, keep, and optimize wealth. One evening, the 5 specialists we are here, and it's a limited capacity. We're almost reached our goal for this event, so we're very, very happy about this. And after this event, you're a part of our circle, we stay connected and deals happen, and the opportunities emerge. This is real value. Connections, network, partnerships, this is the real game. Being a part of the circle means that you get access to us. You're not getting a business card, you're getting a direct contact information from us. When one of you needs something, you can reach out to us. I'm a tax advisor, maybe you need a developer, maybe you need someone to scale your personal branding. On e-com, you have James. For performance, you have Fabian. And out of this, you can get a lot of benefits. If you need advice, we're here. The network is a real net worth. We have a lot of successful people here who even made 8 figures in revenue. Some of you are standing between us right now. And we selected the circle very, very carefully. And we don't let everyone in, and only people who are building real things or have great potential and doing real revenue, and you're serious about optimizing either your body or your money. And everyone here has a mutual benefit. Everyone has something to offer. From traveling agencies, trips, to e-commerce, to dropshipping, to online agencies, to politics, to legal things, real estate. All of you are here. So this is what some clients say about us, about my services. You can see it for yourself. We are really doing a great, great job. And I'm very, very happy to show my results. I'm not afraid. The results are also visible on Google. Everybody can see. So I'm very, very thankful for this. And that's some real results that we have made. In the first year, one of our companies and one of our clients who is standing between you right now, is among us, has made 340K saved in 1 year, another 415, somebody else 1 million, and the 680K. This is the results. This is what you get from us from our optimization. And also you get the location freedom, the better banking, the tax optimization, the circle, the network, the ongoing support. Everything a business owner needs to succeed. So this is some other reviews. We're really doing a great job. And the questions I get a lot, if this is legal, if what I'm talking about is completely legal. I don't know, some of you might think that I'm a shady tax advisor, but this is completely legal. And if it was not legal, I would not be sitting here and I would not have my licenses and the company to work. Okay, the rules are clear as we said. And the question I get at all, if an audit from the government is happening, because as I know in Germany, it's very common for audits to happen on the companies, right? But here, in the 35 years of experience my father had and the 4 years I had, we never ever got an audit from the government. And the question is, can I really work from anywhere after 60 days? Yes, you are a legal tax resident of Cyprus, and you have your tax resident certificate, so which means you can travel anywhere. And the question is also, how fast can you set up Demetris My Company? And within 7 to 10 days, you have your company set up and your tax number and your business account. So within 10 days from now, you could have a Cyprus company, all of you, and start using the Cyprus system. And what if the situation is complicated? And this is what I love, actually, complicated situations. The other day, a guy came, he had a Singapore, a Dubai, a US LLC set up, and he was confused. They didn't know what to do. They wanted to move here. It was a complicated situation. And with the help of a business partner, Thanos, we guided them through the right scenario, and now they are very, very happy. And some more questions. If I work with e-com and agency owner, yes, that's the people I work mostly with. What happens after the first year? Ongoing optimization, the structure grows with you. And one question, actually, one person asked me, and if them personally can do the optimization themselves. Technically, yes, but you'll make 100,000 euros mistake, and the question is why to risk it, right? And the question is also, am I committed after we start? No, but nobody leaves once they see the results. And what you are leaving on the table right now, if you are doing 500,000 in revenue, you're probably putting 100 or 150K per year in taxes that are avoidable, always legal. The question isn't whether to optimize, it's whether to do it this year or regret it next year. And what happened next is that you keep the option one, is you keep what you're doing, keep paying 30%, keep wondering, keep having no knowledge about your taxes, or your residency, about Yellowstone, nothing, yeah? The option number two is if you DM me your revenue, your numbers, and what you're actually paying, and I'll tell you in 10 minutes if there is a way we can optimize your structure and save you millions of euros in the long run. And there is no charge for the conversation, just be serious. Everything is possible, as we said before, and with the right people in this circle. Just before we go into the last example that I will show, this is what you get. The tax optimization, you save 150 to 500,000 in savings every year. You get network access, you get banking doors open, location freedom, execution playbook, and ongoing relationship with us. If you are in e-commerce, your profit margins are being eaten by tax, or if you have multiple stores, no idea which jurisdiction to move the invoice from, and the inventory costs are crushing you. What changes is the following, as we already talked about it. Optimization, multiple structures being coordinated, right jurisdiction, inventory strategy that actually works. With agency around the same concept. And after tomorrow, I want you to remember this, that is not just one night event. It will be a membership into a new network of doers. In this network, you get direct access to a banking, to tax setups, to relocation experts. You know who to call. We make quarterly meetups with me and Thanos' community. We can stay connected with other high caliber operators, such as bankers, politicians, people who actually have reached the optimization that they dreamt of in their business. And one of the last things that I wanted to say is that why successful entrepreneurs change. Because stage one, they make sole operation, no structure needed, maybe a sole proprietor. And from 100 to 500,000, the revenue is growing, tax becoming a real problem in the first structure discussion. And this is where it breaks. Your own structure costs you money, and you have to change. And the last thing I want to talk about is false beliefs about company structure. One myth, as I see a lot, is structure just for the show. So I can say that I have a company. Most of you here in Cyprus, they say, you know, I have a company just to say I'm a business owner, but I'm not doing revenue, I'm not doing money, I have a company and I have status. But in reality, structure is an operational tool. It determines tax liability and how much money stays in your pocket. You need the right structure and not just a structure. One structure which works forever. the structure evolves. What works is 100K crushes you at 1 million, the tax. The best approach is to change structure 3 times as they scale. And the bad myth is that all accountants know structure. No, they don't. Most accountants, they do compliance. They do not optimize. There's a massive difference. One costs you money, the other saves it. And structure is about tax evasion. Structure is about legal optimization, knowing the rules, using them correctly, and everything we do is 100% legal and defensible. And I don't need to think about structure until I am big. So this is what my presentation was about. Guys, I'd like to invite Thanos on the stage for the short break that we will have. Have a great and amazing evening tonight by connecting, enjoying yourself.
Nice, brother.
Thank you so much, my friend.